Have you ever wondered what the phases of a narcissistic relationship are? It's a question that merits exploration, particularly when you consider how deeply such a relationship can affect an individual's life. To begin, let's clarify what we mean by narcissism. Narcissism is a personality trait characterized by a grandiose sense of self-importance, a lack of empathy for others, and a need for excessive admiration. Individuals with narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD, often engage in manipulative behaviors, exhibiting a pervasive pattern of grandiosity and entitlement. When narcissism becomes a significant component of a relationship, it can lead to a unique and often harmful dynamic. This dynamic typically unfolds in distinct phases, each characterized by specific behaviors and patterns. Understanding these phases can be key to recognizing red flags, setting boundaries, and initiating the healing process. In a narcissistic relationship, the partner often experiences manipulation, emotional control, and trauma. Over time, the partner's self-esteem and personal identity may gradually erode under the constant pressure of the narcissist's behavior. The emotional rollercoaster associated with this kind of relationship can leave lasting scars, making it all the more important to understand the phases and dynamics involved. In this discussion, we'll explore the 6 phases of a narcissistic relationship. Each phase brings its unique challenges and patterns, from the initial over-evaluation to the final termination. We'll delve into the nuances of each phase, offering insights into the complex dynamics at play. So whether you're a psychology enthusiast or someone who's experienced a narcissistic relationship firsthand, this exploration can offer valuable insights. It's a journey of understanding that can illuminate the often hidden aspects of narcissistic relationships and provide tools for healing and recovery. Stay tuned as we delve into each phase and unravel the complexities of a narcissistic relationship. The first phase of a narcissistic relationship is often characterized by excessive admiration or over-evaluation. Imagine being swept off your feet, showered with praise, and made to feel like the center of someone's universe. This is precisely what happens during the over-evaluation phase of a narcissistic relationship. It's a whirlwind period filled with intense charm, flattery, and attention. You might be dazzled by the narcissist's charisma, drawn in by their grand gestures and declarations of love. It's like being caught in a heady rush, a dazzling dance where you are the star. But beneath this glittering surface, there's a more sinister dynamic at play. This phase is not about genuine affection or respect. Instead, it's a calculated strategy designed to win you over. The narcissist is laying the groundwork, creating a bond that they can exploit and manipulate in the later stages of the relationship. In this phase, the narcissist often uses a technique known as love bombing. They bombard you with affection and adoration, making you feel special and cherished. But this isn't about building a healthy, balanced relationship. It's about creating a sense of dependency, making you reliant on their approval and validation. The narcissist may also present an idealized version of themselves, appearing attentive, caring, and understanding. They mirror your desires and dreams, creating a persona that seems perfectly suited to you. However, this is just a facade, a carefully constructed image designed to lure you in. Remember, the over-evaluation phase is a manipulation tactic. It's a way for the narcissist to gain control, to establish a dynamic where they hold the power. It's an intoxicating period filled with excitement and passion, but it's important to be aware of the potential dangers lurking beneath the surface. This phase is intoxicating, but beware, it's the calm before the storm. Following the over-evaluation comes the devaluation phase, a drastic shift in the narcissist's behavior. This is where the true colors of a narcissist begin to show, and it's far from the charming persona you were initially introduced to. In the devaluation phase, the narcissist starts to criticize and belittle the partner, often in subtle and manipulative ways. Compliments are replaced by criticisms, admiration by scorn, and the pedestal that you were once placed upon is suddenly dismantled. The individual with narcissistic tendencies begins to point out your flaws, real or imagined, and uses them as a means to undermine your self-esteem and confidence. This isn't a sudden change, but rather a gradual process, akin to the proverbial frog in boiling water. The narcissist's comments may start off as playful jabs or constructive criticism, but they soon evolve into harsh, demeaning remarks that leave you questioning your self-worth. The partner in such a relationship is often left feeling confused and hurt. The emotional roller coaster that they find themselves on is jarring, to say the least. One moment they're being showered with affection, and the next they're being subjected to harsh criticism. This constant oscillation between affection and devaluation can be incredibly disorienting and emotionally exhausting. The individual on the receiving end of this devaluation often starts to internalize the narcissist's criticisms, leading to a decline in their self-esteem. They may start to believe that they're the problem, that they're not good enough, or that they're somehow deserving of this treatment. And it's important to understand that this is a calculated move on the part of the narcissist. By eroding your self-esteem and making you doubt your worth, the narcissist gains more control over you. This manipulation and emotional control is a hallmark of the devaluation phase, and it's a clear red flag of a narcissistic relationship. This phase is often confusing and hurtful, leaving the partner questioning their worth. But remember, no one deserves to be treated this way. Recognizing these signs is the first step towards setting boundaries and beginning the healing process. The third phase of a narcissistic relationship is discard, a phase that can be both shocking and heartbreaking. This phase can come as a brutal surprise, often without any apparent reason or warning. It's a stage where the narcissist might suddenly end the relationship or withdraw their affection, leaving their partner in a state of confusion and emotional turmoil. The discard phase is not a reflection of the partner's worth or their actions, but rather a result of the narcissist's internal struggles and their inability to maintain genuine emotional connections. Narcissists often project their insecurities and dissatisfaction onto their partners, and when they can no longer uphold the idealized image they've created, they discard their partner like a used object. This phase can be extremely traumatic for the partner as they grapple with the abrupt loss of the relationship and the affection they thought was genuine. They may question their self-worth, their actions, and their perceptions, trying to make sense of what happened. The feeling of being disposable can be deeply damaging, leaving emotional scars that can take time to heal. Furthermore, the discard phase can happen multiple times within the same relationship. A narcissist might discard their partner, only to return when they need validation or supply. This cycle can be disorienting and emotionally draining for the partner, making the discard phase even more distressing. It's important to remember that the discard phase is not about the partner's inadequacy, but about the narcissist's inability to sustain a healthy, balanced relationship. The partner is not at fault for the narcissist's actions or their sudden change of heart. They are worthy of respect, love, and kindness, regardless of how the narcissist may have treated them. Navigating through the discard phase can be challenging, but understanding its dynamics can provide some clarity and aid in the healing process. Seeking support from trusted individuals and professionals can also be beneficial, providing a safe space to express feelings and gain insights into the situation. The discard phase leaves the partner feeling discarded and worthless, a cruel reality of a narcissistic relationship. But remember, it's not an end, but a beginning of self-recovery and rediscovery. The fourth phase, often referred to as hoovering, sees the narcissist attempting to suck the partner back into the relationship. This phase, much like the others, is marked by manipulation and deceit, yet it can often be the most confusing for the partner involved. In the hoovering phase, the narcissist may appear remorseful, loving, even kind. They may shower their partner with affection and promises of change. They may acknowledge their previous wrongdoings, seeming to understand the pain they've caused. This can be incredibly confusing for the partner, who may see this as a sign of genuine remorse and a willingness to change. Yet, it's crucial to understand this is not an admission of guilt, nor an authentic desire to alter their behavior. This is a calculated move designed to draw the partner back into the relationship. The narcissist knows what buttons to push, what words to say, and how to act to achieve their desired outcome. This is not a moment of self-reflection, but rather a moment of manipulation. The hoovering phase can be incredibly damaging, as it fosters false hope. The partner may believe that the narcissist has finally seen the error of their ways and that the relationship can be salvaged. This often results in the partner re-entering the relationship only to be subjected to the same cycle of emotional abuse. Understanding the hoovering phase is critical in breaking free from a narcissistic relationship. Recognizing the tactics used by the narcissist can help the partner resist the lure of false promises and manipulative behavior. The hoovering phase is a manipulative tactic designed to pull the partner back into the tormenting cycle. It's a deceptive dance of false remorse and empty promises, aimed not at reconciliation, but at regaining control. The fifth phase, the plateau, is a period of deceptive calm in the relationship. This is the stage where the relationship appears to stabilize, lulling the partner into a false sense of security. It's like the eye of the storm, a deceptive tranquility that masks the impending turbulence. During the plateau phase, the narcissist seems to have calmed down. The emotional roller coaster seems to have come to a halt, and the relationship looks like it's finally on an even keel. There's a sense of relief, a feeling that maybe things have finally settled down. But don't be fooled. This is merely a deceptive calm before the storm. In reality, the narcissist is simply gathering strength for the next cycle of abuse. This pause is not a sign of change or improvement, but a strategic maneuver in the narcissist's game of emotional control. It's a time for them to recharge, to plan, to prepare for the next round of manipulation and emotional upheaval. The plateau phase can be disorienting and confusing for the partner. They may start to question their own perception of the relationship. They may wonder if they were overreacting or misinterpreting the narcissist's actions. But it's important to remember that this is part of the narcissist's strategy. They want their partner to doubt themselves, to question their own feelings and experiences. This is a way for the narcissist to maintain control, to keep their partner off balance and uncertain. The plateau phase is a crucial time for the partner to seek support and understanding. It's a time to learn about narcissistic personality disorder, to recognize the patterns and tactics of abuse. It's a time to build strength and resilience, to prepare for the challenges ahead. Remember, the plateau phase is not a sign of progress or healing. It does not mean that the narcissist has changed or that the relationship is improving. It's a temporary respite, a calm before the next storm. It's a time of preparation and strengthening, both for the narcissist and their partner. The plateau phase is a temporary respite, a calm before the next storm. The final phase, termination, marks the end of the narcissistic relationship. This is the moment when either the partner or the narcissist makes the decision to end the relationship. It's a time of great upheaval and emotional turmoil, but it's also a crucial turning point. In the termination phase, the partner is often left feeling emotionally drained and psychologically battered. The narcissist, on the other hand, may swiftly move on, leaving the partner to deal with the aftermath of the relationship alone. The narcissist's apparent lack of emotion or remorse can make this phase particularly challenging for the partner. The partner may experience a range of emotions during this phase, from relief to despair, from anger to confusion. It's a whirlwind of feelings that can be overwhelming. But it's important to remember that it's okay to feel these emotions. Processing them is a key part of the healing process. During this phase, seeking therapy and support is essential. A professional can help the partner understand the dynamics of the narcissistic relationship and the impact it has had on their emotional well-being. They can provide strategies for coping with the emotional fallout and for rebuilding self-esteem and personal identity. Support groups can also be invaluable during the termination phase. Connecting with others who have experienced similar situations can provide a sense of community and understanding. It can be reassuring to know that one is not alone in their experiences or their feelings. The termination phase, though painful, is a necessary part of the process. It's the closing of one chapter and the beginning of another. It's a time for healing, for self-discovery, and for regaining control of one's life. With the right support and resources, the partner can navigate this phase and emerge stronger and more self-aware. It's a journey that requires patience and courage, but it's a journey that can lead to a healthier and happier future. Though painful, the termination phase is the first step towards healing and reclaiming one's life. Understanding these phases can empower you to break free from the cycle of a narcissistic relationship. We've walked through the 6 phases of such a relationship: the over-evaluation, the devaluation, the discard, the hoovering, the plateau, and finally, the termination. Each phase carries its own weight of manipulation, emotional control, and trauma. Recognizing these phases is the first step towards setting boundaries and beginning the healing process. The emotional scars and complex dynamics involved in narcissistic relationships can cause a gradual erosion of self-esteem and personal identity. It's a harsh reality that the trauma associated with being in a relationship with a narcissist is a slow and often complex emotional roller coaster. But remember, there's always a way out. Seek therapy and support to recover from the effects of such relationships. If you identify with these phases, please share your experiences in the comments section. Remember, seeking professional help is crucial in healing from a narcissistic relationship.